Okay, I'm still. Let me just make sure. I have to redo this. Make sure it doesn't stop. All right. So again, I'm having a conversation with the gentleman. His name is West. He's from Utah. He's been homeless a couple of years. You
Couple
said?
of years, yeah.
A couple of years, and we're at the. He calls it the Cathedral. It's the Catholic Diocese of Salt Lake City. I was asking him about. I have to ask him to repeat himself because I'm not sure I got the recording. But I was asking about how he got into the situation. Could you tell me one more time, please?
So, a few years ago, I had gotten a Job Corps, and I had gotten $1,000 for graduating. I immediately put it in the bank, and then about 3 days later, they said it was gone. Records, everything was clean. It was the same clerk, same building.
And how long ago was this?
3-4 years ago.
And what did you had intended to do with that money if it hadn't gotten lost?
I mainly meant to save it.
Yeah.
You know, put it in just a savings account, and then work my way up on that money.
Right. And this was money you got for working for Job Corps?
For graduating Job Corps.
For graduating Job
Yeah.
Corps. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you already said, but you said you don't do drugs.
I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I
Don't
don't
drink?
smoke.
Right. And you've been on the street for 2 years, and so tell me again why you choose this kind of particular place to hang out around here.
Easy resources to get to.
In terms of food. And,
There's food here. They also provide like clothing, hygienics, all
okay.
that kind of
So
thing.
there's a bathroom here that you can use.
There's a bathroom in the main church, but it's mainly closed because some idiots ruined it for the rest of us.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to know, because as I told you, I'm homeless as well. I'm fortunate I have a little more resources than you, at this moment. But we're kind of in the same boat, and I'm looking for help like you are. But have you kind of given up on hope on getting help? Or?
No, not really. No, I do have some friends that can probably help me out.
Mm-hmm.
Some nights I do stay with them, and I take showers, I wash my clothes, I do everything I need to.
So what has been your experience, and how do you feel about like going to like churches trying to get help, or city agencies and stuff like that? What's been your experience?
I've tried going to my church and asking the bishop for help, but he says that they can only help me if I've gone to church for the past month.
Okay.
And it's like, seriously, I mean, these guys, they help me out. I don't go to their church,
Right. What is the kind of church is it? Your pastor?
LDS.
Oh, it is LDS. Okay.
Born and raised.
So that's conditional. You got to be a active, participating member of the church
Apparently.
in order for them to be.
I've also had other bishops that said, I can help you, or anything. I don't just think my bishop doesn't like me.
Wow. Why doesn't he like you? Why do you?
I don't know. Well, the only clue I have is the fact that he wants me to go to church for a month.
Right.
But now these other bishops are saying, if you want, I can write you out right now.
Write you out?
Write me out like a bishop storehouse, or something to get food, clothes, anything I need to. It's like
By writing you out, what does that mean?
basically renting me like I don't know what you call it. It's like money without spending money.
He gives you a voucher or something,
Voucher,
so
there
you
you
can
go,
go
yeah,
get food.
voucher.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
But they'll give you food, but they haven't been helpful so far in helping you get housing or a place to stay.
I'm actually working with a caseworker over at the Regan Center for that.
Okay.
So I already have like food stamps. I'm trying to get myself on housing, on medical, and all that. So,
Right. How long have you been working with this Regan Center?
month, 2 months.
A month?
We've been making good progress. I just need to get like the essentials, ID, and all that.
So what are the prospects of you? So do they know that you're staying on the streets every
I
night?
didn't know I'm staying on the streets.
And
It has to be documented that I'm staying on the streets.
Okay.
So.
So do they have they given you any timeline of when you might expect to be able to get some kind of housing and be off the street?
No, just keep checking in, and hope for the best. There is a waiting list a little bit.
I see.
But that's only because I'm a single male.
Right.
They more prioritize that with the women, children, and all that. So there's a bit of a waiting process.
All right. Well, listen, Wes, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. Hopefully it'll be of help to you and some other people who are homeless in Salt Lake City. I just wanted to ask you one last question. You know, like I said, I'm in this situation myself, and I'm looking for a place to stay and some help. And I've been to the LDS Church, I've been to the Catholic Church, I've been to the Lutheran Church. I can't even find a priest to talk to. So the question I wanted to ask you, I asked you before when we were taping before, but you say you stay here, and you say that they don't bother you. When I say here, I'm talking about the cathedral in front of the Catholic diocese. But you say that no one has really offered to come out and help you, ask you about your situation, or what are your feelings about it? I don't want to put words in your mouth. What do you feel?
To be honest, I'm relieved nobody comes to talk to me.
What's that?
I'm kind of relieved.
Really? Why?
I see a lot of people walking around here and all that, and that already makes my anxiety go up.
Oh, I see.
You know, if there is that people still there and somebody else walking towards me and wants to talk to me, I start getting shakes and.
So you have you have a medical, maybe a medical condition with anxiety?
I have social anxiety.
You have what?
I have social anxiety.
Social anxiety. Ah, sad.
So, like,
Is that what okay.
So it's hard for me to like find work up close with different people or things like that. But if I'm distracted by something, I don't mind.
Okay. The last thing is, I also reached out to various people when I came to Salt Lake City to try to prepare myself to come here and find housing. And every place that I've gone, they've told me to call 211, or they've sent me to what's the name of this homeless shelter downtown where you won't go? Do you know the name?
Rio Grande?
Rio Grande.
Or Rio Grande.
So
I say Grande,
I've driven by there myself. I mean, they've referred me there.
It's the weekend center is near there.
So you said that you would prefer to stay on the streets rather than stay in that shelter.
Yeah.
Could you tell me again why you feel that way?
Trust issues with. I mean, I don't want to bag on anybody who does
Sure.
drugs or drinking and all that.
Right.
You know, just too much of that, like spice and all. I can't stand that, and trust issues. Like, I don't know these people. These guys look shady. I'm not gonna do anything.
Right. So it's just an environment that you feel not comfortable with.
It's like every time I go there, it's like I hear something back in my head. Just get out.
So I see you have a couple bags here.
Yeah.
So if you were to go to that shelter, would you feel safe having your belongings there? And
no.
No. Oh, no, I understand. I understand completely. But that's why I wanted to document this.
I think that's about half the people on the streets like don't want to go there just because of that.
Well, see, this is to me is a big issue. I mean, you have an issue with the social anxiety. I understand that. I've suffered from anxiety myself. So I know what that's about. I understand it. But I see that you have some belongings. You're pretty clean. I mean, it's hard to stay clean on the street, but personally, you're pretty clean. You have some possessions. So I can understand not wanting to go there and have to worry about what little you have being taken from you, being stolen. So I just wanted to document that. You know, that's an important issue.
It's just a sleeping bag, clothes.
Right, but still, it's what you have, and you don't want to lose that.
No,
that would make your life much harder.
I have had a couple of close calls where I accidentally left it somewhere.
Right.
But luckily, some workers at particular places has put it in the back, holding it for me. Like,
wow, that's great. That's great.
Blessing in disguise.
That's great. All right, Wes, I'm going to wrap this up. And listen, thank you very much. It was really nice to meet you, and God bless, and I wish you all the best, okay?
This is really fun.